Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is LBNinja7. I make healer guides for World of Warcraft, but more specifically, I make a lot of Mistweaver content. So if you're a Mistweaver, you found the right place. I think Mistweaver is the best healing class in the world. I want the whole world to know it's insane, and you should all play it. But there's been a lot of discussion around Mistweaver lately. A lot of discussion because of 9.2 and the double legendary mixed with the tier set. And a lot of people are really excited because Sinister teachings push us over the top this tier. It's very strong. It's been our best HPS cooldown, or legendary, but then there's also ancient teachings, everyone's favorite playstyle. Everyone loves playing it. It's so much fun. It's cool. And it's our second best playstyle. So a little less healing, but a lot more fun. So a lot of people are really excited because due to the fact that you have to have one Covenant legendary and one non-Covenant legendary, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's the perfect fit. We get the best of both worlds. Well, for those of you, you might want to take a seat because with the 9.2 PTR testing out, a lot of people have been testing this, and they've been kind of noticing that your HPS does not go up much. Some people have said mine goes down, and I hate to say it, but I called this. I've been saying these two legendaries to just, collide. So today we're going to go over those two legendaries, why I think those aren't the best play, and what I think might be the best play. So I made a video a lot like this, but this is more current, and now that we've seen it, I want to really discuss it and go into it. So first off, let's talk about Sinister teachings and ancient teachings. So Sinister teachings, when you have Fallen Order out, you have this 24-second window where you want to be having as many crits, like crit chances, as possible. So you really want to be applying your hots on cooldown, your renewing mist, your refreshing Jade Wind, and your essence font. Doing that on cooldown, right once they come off cooldown, do those abilities. Now, ancient teachings of the monastery, you have this 15-second window, this little white bar. After you press essence font, you have 15 seconds, and every of your single target punches and kicks, these three. Every time you do these, you'll heal someone near you for 2.5 times the damage. A lot of people are like, oh, well, while I'm in my ancient teachings, or while I'm in my Sinister teachings window, I'll be able to have 2 of my ancient teachings windows going, and it'll just be, happy-go-lucky. We're, win the lottery. It's the best thing ever. But the only issue is, let's isolate each of these legendaries. If we're playing ancient teachings, while we're in that ancient teachings window, we want to get as many punches and kicks as possible. We want to limit the amount of hots that we have to press. So we want to, before we press essence font, we want to apply all of our renewing mists, and then we want to essence font, and then that way we have this full time where we don't have to worry about renewing mist, and we can punch and kick to our heart's intent. That's how to maximize ancient teachings. How to maximize Fallen Order is you just push it on cooldown. That's it. You press your hots on cooldown, and then you Rising Sun Kick when you can. When you don't have Refreshing Jade Wind or a Renewing Mist or Essence Font to click, you can Rising Sun Kick, sure. So that's each of those play styles. So while we have both of those active, while we have Fallen Order and Ancient Teachings active, if we want to, we can't maximize both. We're either doing one of the rotations or the other. Neither rotation is the same. Like, we have to pick one. So we can fully go in on the Sinister Teachings legendary and play that playstyle with the added benefit of every now and then we'll get like an accidental Ancient Teachings proc in the middle of our Fallen. Like, we'll get some benefits from Ancient Teachings. Or we can fully go in on Ancient Teachings and have the added benefit of having a Covenant ability that's probably like a 1.5 to 2 minute cooldown, because we're not focusing that rotation. We're still punching and kicking, and that will only reset, X amount of time. It won't reset the full amount that we can get by applying our hots that give more crit chances. So those are 2 of the options, but we cannot do what we've been doing, which is getting Fallen Order down to like a 30-25 second cooldown. That's probably like the max, and at least a minute cooldown. But we can't do that while still maximizing the potential of Ancient Teachings, which is unfortunate, but that's just the truth. We only have X amount of global cooldowns per minute, and we cannot spend those to do everything we want to do to maximize both of those. Okay, so that's been said. I personally think, yes, we can basically do what we've been doing with the Fallen Order Legendary, and then have like, you know, maybe like a couple percent, which I think Mad Skills in his video, he had like about a 4 to 6%, I can't remember what he said, but it was a very low percent of extra healing from his ancient teachings, and it so that we can have a slight buff like that. Or we can do what I think is going to be best. I'm going to do one playstyle keeping the Sinister teachings, if you love that, or one playstyle keeping the ancient teachings, and I think both of these are going to probably get higher. I think they're going to do better than, you know, both teachings legendaries. So first up, I want to talk about keeping this Fallen Order. If we want to stay Venthyr as our covenant, we can keep this legendary, and then the non-covenant legendary that I propose is Invoker's Light. I think this legendary is so good. I think no one's using it, except for, you know, Windwalkers, because they have, you know, burst. Like when they pop their Celestial, they get this big burst window. And I think, personally, I think that's what Mistweavers are lacking. I think we have Revival, which is a big burst heal, but we also just have a lot of healing over the fight, but still people don't want to bring us to the raid groups because we need burst healing. Fallen Order is a great cooldown. We want to keep playing around it with this play style, but now we have we can either combine our Fallen Order with our Celestial and have 33% haste and just pop off, and then basically ensure that we're going to get that 25-second Fallen Order window cooldown, because that's the max that we can get it to around now, is about 25 seconds. So we can ensure that we're going to get that by combining these two, because we have so much haste and we're going to be pumping, and it's going to be a big bursty window with Yu'lon out. We're going to be enveloping breathing everyone. It's going to be a great time. We're going to feel so strong, but we're going to burn through a lot of mana. So that's one way, or you can use them as separate cooldowns. So you can Fallen Order, and then, you know, say that we get Fallen Order down to about like a 40-second cooldown. For those 40 seconds, it's not the full 40, but for 20 of those 40 seconds, we can have our Invoker's Delight active by, you know, right after Fallen Order's over, summoning our Celestial, and then keep that massive healing from Fallen Order going, because we have our Celestial out now. So we can kind of just like maximize what we've been doing, is just like healing the raid the whole time, like not big burst healing, or we can combine the two for big burst healing. So I think that gives us a lot of flexibility. It's a great option. This legendary, it's not like super exciting or sexy like Ancient Teachings, but it is super strong. It gives us basically a bloodlust whenever our Yu'lon's up. So it's super, super good, and I think that's one option that we might want to look at, and I think it will be better than both the Teachings legendaries. And then also, let's look at what I think is best for Ancient Teachings of the Monastery. So this is a non-covenant legendary, so we have to pair it with a covenant legendary, so that's why people are thinking this is the perfect fit, Sinister Teachings. But my personal thing is, let's go back to how we used to play it and go back Kyrian. Now, I think this is going to even be better than the Sinister plus Invokers, solely because of our tier set. Our tier set at rank 2, it buffs our Essence font, which, you know, this whole playstyle Ancient Teachings is, you know, based around our Essence font. So that's already like, you know, an added bonus, but that helps the other playstyle too. But what I mainly think about is the tier 4 set, which is we summon basically a light well around us when we use our Thunder Focus Tea, and we just heal more to people who are in it. So already Ancient Teachings, if you look, it has a 20-yard radius, so it's very close to you. It'll heal people. So that already kind of helps, and so that's like a slight bonus to this playstyle, because Sinister Teachings, since we don't have control over it, which we don't have control over this, but it's less range, this heals just whoever needs it around you, and so it's just, I don't know, that's like a minor thing. You'll be more likely to heal people in the light well. I don't know. It's that could help, but just imagine we have our old playstyle. Think back to back when we were using Ancient Teachings with Kyrian, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. We were punching the shit out of people and healing people. But now when we use Weapons of Order, we get our Celestial. Now here it says Yu'lon, but if I were to swap my talents to, where is it? Chi-Ji. Still says Yu'lon. I feel like it's just bugged, but it'll summon your Celestial. See, yeah, it says Chi-Ji. So imagine this: we're doing the same old, good old-fashioned ancient teachings, kicking the shit out of people, but now we have Chi on a 3 minute cooldown, and then also another Chi on a 1.5 minute cooldown with Weapons of Order. So what we can do is we can Weapons of Order, get Chi out. We're punching people, healing a ton, and then getting the free enveloping mist from Chi. And then once she goes away or he goes away, whatever it is, once it goes away, then we pop our other Chi, and then we have Chi up for more time. Let's see. Does it last 12 seconds? So the legendary one lasts for 12 seconds. This one, it's probably right in front of my face, but I'm not saying it. But you have Chi out for a long time, and then once this Chi goes away, Weapons of Order is coming up soon. So that could be a really fun playstyle. We really get to just keep playing our super fun punching and kicking playstyle of Ancient Teachings, which also can heal a ton. Like right now, currently in 9.1.5, we can probably peak at like 20,000 HPS on like a raid fight with Sinister Teachings. Whereas with Ancient Teachings, we could peak at probably like 18,500. So it's still super close. But I think that the edge of getting extra Chi-Gis, or maybe I'm wrong and maybe we go Yu'lon still. Maybe we stay here and just play Yu'lon and have more Yu'lons up, which that's never an issue. But I think Chi-Gi just plays really well with Ancient Teachings, and I think this would be a really fun playstyle and really pump out the numbers. We'll have just Chi-Gis left and right, just cranes all around. It'll be a ton of fun. So that's my take. I think Sinister Teachings with Ancient Teachings it's still strong because Sinister Teaching, both are strong in their own respect, but we won't be able to maximize both. I think if we wanted to maximize both, I've given you what I think can maximize them. So if you want to maximize Sinister Teachings, I think pairing it with Invoker's Light is the way to go. If you want to maximize Ancient Teachings, I think pairing it with the Kyrian Legendary is the way to go. If you like my take on this, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you're going to try out. If you don't, let me know. I love feedback of all kind. So let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. If there's a combination that I did not mention, let me know down below. And go ahead, hit like, because I need those likes. I'm a fiend. And hit subscribe because you guys have been killing it lately. I've gotten so many subscribers. I am so grateful. In fact, I don't know if you've heard, but at 500 subscribers, I will be doing a 12-hour live stream where I'll play with you guys. I'll run keys. I'll raid with you guys if you want. I'll run PvP. I'll do whatever you guys want to do. I'll VOD review if you want. And then at 1,000 subscribers, I'll double that. I'll do a 24-hour live stream on Twitch where I'll be running keys with you guys, discussing Mistweaver. I'll be playing other healers. I'll be, might play some other games, but I'll try to stay awake for 24 hours with you guys, and we'll have a ton of fun. But let's get there. Let's get to 500 subscribers now, and let's look for 1,000 later. So go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. There's a lot of 9.2 content coming out, so stay tuned, and take it easy until then.